want to share with you guys what we do whenever we are hosting Thanksgiving at home. How do we prepare our house before having visitors over? My step-by-step process of how I do it, and just showing you little bits and pieces here of how we get ready for Thanksgiving. First place that we're going to cover, I'm not going to take you guys outside because sometimes outside filming is weird, but the first place that we actually literally start at like the entry point for our visitors and then slowly work our way forward. So first entry point would be the driveway. And the kids just cleared it yesterday, and I'll try to include a clip here in a second that I'll film, and then I'll include it right now. But yeah, there's already still leaves on it again. And like they just cleared the whole thing yesterday. But the purpose of doing that is being raised by grandparents. I have older family members. My mother-in-law was 30 when she had my husband, so like she's getting older, and I don't want them tripping on leaves, especially if they get wet. And our driveway is a slope, so if there's like a ton of leaves on it, tires seem to not like spinning on wet leaves or dry leaves even. So point of entry number one would be the driveway. Then from there, we would move on to the carport, which is where most people park, or the driveway if it gets too full, if we have a lot of people over. So then we try to focus on like clearing the driveway. Do we have like decorative things on the doors? And we try to clear both doors. So then number three would be front porch. We do have tons of decorations on our front porch, so like we would go out there, we would use a broom, we would clear off any cobwebs that were on those, clean the windows out there, and that's where we start like cleaning like not outdoor stuff. So we're going to be doing the windows, we're going to be cleaning the front door, cleaning the doors down, and prepping those entryways where people are going to be coming in. From there, we're going into our first room here, which is the laundry room, and I'm going to turn the light on right here. You can see behind me, and I'm pointing it more towards my face because the camera, when I don't have the mic on, prefers towards me versus behind me. I have no idea why. But we have the 3 hampers here. So then once the outside is taken care of, and usually we have a plan of like day of, week of, sometime during the month before, and we write it all out. Driveway would be day of. Carport could be week of. Front porch, day of. But usually like for the kids, in between commercials for the parade or before the actual parade starts, that's when we could do things like that. And then we also spread out like cooking with them, so y'all get an opportunity. But like, here's our 3 laundry hampers. So week of, try to get the laundry caught up and do as much as possible. Usually first thing in the morning, if there's like a lot of laundry in here, we'll either try to run it, or we do the cheaty thing and we'll have them take their laundry baskets to their room and put all of their dirty laundry in a basket in their room somewhere. And then once the visitors leave, then we'll run another load of laundry, because we usually don't start decorating the Christmas tree until the next day, because Matt and I are usually doing like 1 to 2 turkeys and all the sides and all these things. So, and then another thing is like the dryer becomes like a drop-off point sometimes for like dirty laundry, things need to head out the door, things like that. So we can use that. And that's another kind of cheaty thing too, is like, okay, I forgot to take off these donation things and stuff. Go ahead and put them in your vehicle before guests get here. And then now your vehicle becomes another like point where you can just put things and set aside for it. 1 year, now I'm being careful saying this, 1 year, all night, the night before Thanksgiving, it was colder outside than our fridge, and we couldn't get the turkey and marinade to fit in our fridge, and we put it outside. Nobody got sick. I mean, like, it was colder outside than it was in our refrigerator. So we left it outside in our van, like in the marinade in a very large container overnight. So if that's a possibility for you guys, there's something else to think about too. Because like we have 2 freezers, 1 fridge. And sometimes the fridge gets very, very full, right, sir? From there, because entryway, we go into the kitchen, or if they come in the front door, it's living room. Kitchen, obviously, getting cleaned Thanksgiving week. Kitchen, obviously, you're going to be working on it as you go through the entire week. The living room, we kind of break down into over the entire month. Like we'll take 1 day in the month and work on just the windows on the front door and all that. And then we take another day to wash all of the fall throw blankets, all of the bedding, all of the things in here. And for some reason this room echoes worse than my kitchen, not sure why. But and I could probably turn that down a little bit. But we wash all of the blankets. The throw pillows we spray down with vinegar water and put them in a dryer with a dryer ball that has cloves on it. And then we put those in the dryer on high heat for 10 minutes. It fluffs them up, makes them smell really good. Then the throw blankets, like these throw blankets right here that are like fall themed, they get put in the wash. Usually, actually, we don't do them the day before because they're going in the wash the day after Thanksgiving, but we work on that. Then also over here is Chubby. Say, hi, Chubby. He hasn't gotten up yet this morning, and he has to be crated at night because he shreds paper. But the week before, he gets a bath. He gets a bath. Beginning of the month, he gets a bath for, like, before his flea treatment and all that. But yeah, he gets a bath. But all the dog bedding, even for my mother-in-law's dog that also has bedding here, he gets all that. So like right now in my living room, there's laundry piled up that needs folded. There's stuff to haul off to other places. All that would be taken care of well in advance. And then like the day before and the day of would be like the laundry and freshening things up and cleaning up like decor and dusting it off. One of the chickens on the front porch pulled one of the artificial mums out of its vase.
Oh, go get it.
So my neighbor's chicken has pulled an artificial mum out of its vase. It's a bucket. And like, why would it do that? That's crazy. Yeah, they go up there to the bird feeder. That is so crazy. So that heater is probably really loud, but it works really well for the large room that it's in. Like these would get kind of like lightly sprayed off, dusted if we could. We also spray all of our artificial with like the Febreze fall scents. This was a gift from my mother-in-law and I absolutely love it because it needs to probably move around it, but like, and so like when you're coming in this room, it's like the first kind of pretty entry thing. And then when you're sitting over on the couch, and when we host right now, because our dining room's out of order, a good way to put it, we actually put the tables in here and we moved the couch all the way over. So like now when you're sitting at the table over there, oh, there's a spider. You can see, and like this is donation stuff take off. That's kids laundry. That's something that needs to go to the storage room. But yeah, like, and then like all this needs spread off. The fireplace, it's a gas fireplace. We use an air compressor to dust it off. And usually just cover our mouth and nose when we're doing it so it doesn't go back into our face. And then the pumpkins, they're wood. The core gets a little dusty sometimes. Again, air compressor. From here, I'm just going to talk from the office because the last two rooms would be the bathrooms and the kids are up and getting ready for the day. So I don't want to like be in there filming while they're trying to get ready for the day and like I'm not like film while they're in there. I'm saying I don't want to be in the bathroom filming while they want to be in there getting ready for the day. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, so the next place would be the two bathrooms. We only use one for visitors, and then Matt and I have our own bathroom. So the bathrooms would be the next point, especially focusing on the one that the visitors use, and then the hallway towards those. Most people should not be in our bedrooms for Thanksgiving because we're not like having overnight guests for Thanksgiving. If you're having overnight guests, then eventually we'll probably be at that point where kids' bedrooms will become guest bedrooms. But if you're at that point in your life, though, where you have guest bedrooms, I mean, that would be the next place that you could work on is after the bath. Like, I would do bathrooms first and then do the guest bedrooms. If there's times that the kids want to have people over and, like, want to be like, hey, here's this dollhouse that I created, my chair is spinning, then, like, yes, they would have to clean their room. But also, in my opinion, not showing people bedrooms gives you another place, again, to, like, put stuff. Because, like, sometimes we've had times where stuff that the turkey marinated in, it needs somewhere to go, but it's really big and bulky and you don't have time to wash it before guests come over. So they end up in our shower with the shower curtain closed, and then we wash them after they leave because, like, we don't have room in our kitchen to just have dirty dishes sitting around, and we didn't want to, like, have dirty dishes sitting around. The other room, like, I'm in the office. We do not have visitors in our office whenever we have Thanksgiving. We actually usually put the dog in one of the kids' bedrooms or in the office because he just becomes a pain. Like, he's gotten back into this puppy stage of where my oldest two have been dog sitting overnight a lot for their job, and he doesn't like them being gone so much because he got so used to them being here all the time. So he's gotten back in, and it doesn't help that my mother-in-law's puppy is 2 years old and he thinks he can act like her sometimes. And he's gotten into this, like, immediately, if he goes in the kennel while we're eating, he will start whining, demanding, like, to be let out immediately while we're eating so that he can go up and try to beg food from people. That's not okay with us. So we've had to start putting him up, like, whenever we have people over for food, because he'll just sit there and whine or beg for food, and that's not okay. Like, he never did that before, but now he's doing it. So, like, the office allows us to have a place to, like, and, like, you guys know, all of our rooms are individually heated. So that also gives him a room that we can temperature control for just him. We can keep an eye on him. We can throw some treats in there. We usually buy like special like dog treats for him that we give extra on days like Thanksgiving and Christmas that he gets to have for just him. And then he can be in a safe space like that. And that's it, you guys. That's the process of how we do it. Basically, like I said, the best way for my brain to do it is I have a starting point. I have a starting point of where are they entering from? What does it look like from there? Does having decor matter to me? And to me, it does. So, like, I love having decor. I want it to look nice. I want it to look pretty and inviting. So start outside. Start from their entry point outside. Work my way back on their entry point to inside, and then start with like from the point of entry to where they are and spread all the way through. Again, not super worried about the kitchen being like detailed clean because there's gonna be so much cooking and food is served in the kitchen in our house. And we have like on holidays, we have a specific staging routine, and we've shown that before years ago in a Thanksgiving video of how we do that. But that's it for today's video. I hope it helps you guys know to like, how do you do it? If this is your first time hosting Thanksgiving, what do you do? How do you do it? Slow down, take a deep breath. You can actually write, like I said, take the places in your home, write them out. Be like, do I need to do this the week before, 2 weeks before? Could I do it 3 weeks before? Do I need to do it the day of? And try not to put too much on your plate for the day of Thanksgiving, because the goal of hosting is not to be constantly cleaning. It's to be serving and spending time with others. That's it for today's video, you guys. Do you have any more questions in the comments below of how we do it? Then let me know. Next week, we're going to be talking about how we clean for when we're leaving for Thanksgiving, because this year we're not hosting Thanksgiving. We're actually leaving and having Friendsgiving with some friends of ours. So that's it for today's video. 4 things I want to tell you guys. Number 1, Jesus loves you. Number 2, thank you to all our members for supporting this content, especially Cheryl and Jen, who just resubscribed for a month. Number 3, thank you to every single one of you for liking, watching, positive comments, and subscribing, which helps us to keep these videos free. And number 4, we hope to see you next time.